has always felt really challenging for me. And this belief that I have that it's hard for me to let things go has really kind of confronted me every day for the last couple of months or 6 months since I have been trying to figure out what to give up in my business. See, give up, let go. There are things that I need to let go of to make room for the things I really want to spend my time on, like my writing. And I realized that I need to, I've realized that I needed to look at this in a much more positive light. And, so I need to tell myself I'm not giving things up. I'm making space to receive what I really want. I'm making space and time to do the things that feed my soul. I'm giving myself the ability, the time, the space, all of that to create what I desire. And it's really not lip service, it's the truth. That's what I'm doing. And I may not always believe it yet, but that is what I'm doing, is I'm making space. I'm allowing in. I'm creating, making it possible for me to create what I want. But the negative statements, I'm struggling to let things go. I'm feeling challenged to give things up. Doesn't help anything, really. And the words that I'm using to discuss this topic are all negative, or they have been till recently. And like I said, I usually say I have to give something up. I must let it go, and that doesn't help me receive or create what I desire. It makes it a lot harder. So the fact is that words are creative. And I've talked about this before in videos and in my blog posts. The words I've been using say it's like I'm being forced to let something go, to give something up that I want or I like, right? I'm being made to, or I'm making myself let something go rather than hang on, that I want to hang on to. So this is all about forcing or making myself or things like that. And that's the energy behind those kind of statements. And that just makes it harder because words are creative. And so I just keep having that experience. I say these things are hard or a struggle or challenging, and then that's my belief. And the statements just reinforce that belief. And so that's not, that doesn't serve me. In fact, doesn't serve me at all. So there is a positive side, though, to letting go. And when you focus on that, so if you're like me and you feel kind of challenged to let things go or give things up, if you focus on the positive side, it's going to be easier to create what you desire. So consider positive statements and the creative power of positive statements, like I'm making space for something new or more desirable in my life, or I'm making space and time to create what matters to me, or I'm creating the possibility of receiving my desires, or I'm releasing that which does not serve me to allow in that which does. Much more positive, right? There's a different energy in those words, a different energy in those words, is there not? And source responds to those words differently and to that energy differently. And when I realized this, it helped me change my language around letting go. And as a result, increased my energy, improved my attitude. And all of that is going to help me receive what I desire, create what I desire. So to tackle letting go of some things in my business, I first looked at what was taking up a lot of my time and not reaping rewards. And then I explored what tasks I disliked or that felt heavy or like a chore or an obligation. And ultimately, I looked at what aspects of my business actually feed my soul, and which ones don't. So how do you know what feeds your soul? These are the things that you enjoy, that you feel passionate about, that you get inspired by, that you feel are on purpose or aligned, that you see as a contribution or a way to be of service. things you find meaningful, things you're excited to tackle. So when I decided to give up a free monthly session for a group on social media and one blog post per month on my primary website. And believe me, these sound like small things, but it was so hard for me to do this. But when I did it, I opened up space to create something that matters to me in place of those other activities. And, I want to spend more time writing and publishing articles and books, being a writer. And that's an activity that really feeds my soul, and it's my gift and my life's work. And so I can continue doing things I thought I should, or I had to, or feel that I feel negatively about, or I can let those things go and allow the guidance of my soul to follow the guidance of my soul, so I feel happy and fulfilled. We create what we focus on. That's why it's essential to place your attention on creating what you desire and on the positive aspects of letting go of things that are not what you desire. So I'm sure you would agree that focusing on letting go and giving up is a broken strategy. On the other hand, focusing on allowing in, receiving, and creating provides a really powerful creation strategy. So let's focus on making room for our creations. No more letting go or giving up, just allowing in and receiving what we desire. Would you do that with me? Because that's where I'm focusing my attention right now. That doesn't mean we make space and wait for Source or God or the Creator to fill that void, though. I want to be clear about that. We don't just give things up and then wait for something new to show up. We focus our attention on what we want to fill that space that we've created, and we take actions to help fill it with the things that matter to us. And then the universe responds. Aristotle said, nature abhors a vacuum. So we create something new in the vacuum, in the empty space created by what we let go. In Kabbalah, the mystics teach that Source was everywhere and everything, and then it had the desire to create something other than itself. So it pulled back because it was everywhere. So it pulled back and created a void with nothing in it, right? That's what a void is, space with nothing in it. And it focused its energy into that void. And that's how the universe and earth and humanity and plants and animals were created. So it all happened in an empty space. So creation requires space. That's why the most powerful creation strategy you can have entails letting go, giving things up, making space for what matters to you. So I'd love to know whether you struggle with giving things up or letting things go, or whether you see it as a positive thing. You can leave me a comment down below and let me know. It's getting easier for me, but it's still, it's a process. It's a process for sure. So if you're new to me, you've just found this video, it's the first video of mine you've ever seen. I am Nina Amir, the Inspiration to Creation Coach, and I am a certified high performance coach and a transformational coach and author coach. I'm also an author and a writer, as I talked about, and I see myself as a transformational catalyst, helping you step into being the type of person, taking on the identity of the type of person who can take the actions that allow you to create what you desire. I believe you are a creator at your core. That's your essence. And I believe you're a spiritual being, that we're all spiritual beings having a human experience. And so we need to tap into both the personal, into the human and the spiritual side. So I offer personal and spiritual growth because that's who we are. And in order to create real transformation or change in our lives, we need to tap into both parts of who we are. We need to take a holistic approach. So if any of that is of interest to you, or you'd like to find out more, you can click on the link above for the to find out how to work with me. There are several ways to work with me, and so check that out. You can work with me one-on-one, or you can join one of my groups. The Inspired Creator Community is my major program that I offer, and sometimes it's open, sometimes it's not, but you can always get on the waiting list. And yeah, and if you don't know how you want to work with me or what's the best way to work with me for you, and you want to have a chat, there's another link up above to have a 15-minute conversation with me, a soul alignment session. So if that's of interest to you, click on that link. And that's it for today. Until I talk to you next time, go out there and achieve more inspired results.